warm welcome to viewers once more to the program The Gambia You Want. Once more we are here again to discuss some of the current issues in politics. Unfortunately today Mr. Mane is not with us for the time being. He might be joining us later in the day. But I have here with me Mr. Larry Cisse as usual. We may want to send some greetings to
Good morning. Thank you, Lamin. Good morning to the Eco TV viewers, both at home and abroad. Good evening to those of you in a different time zone. And good afternoon to others in different other time zones. It's good to be back on Thursday again. Last Thursday, we experimented with a branding phenomenon. You can see in front of me a glass with Eco TV, Eco TV's emblem on it. And on my right, you have a coffee mug with Eco TV emblem on it also, the logo. And we are wearing the same. Let's stand and watch them. This is the Gambia we want on the left, and Eco TV. Yeah. On the right. Eco TV is moving in the right direction.
I can see that.
They are branding this show as a flagship show, and this is the kind of investment they are doing to sell the Gambia We Want program.
That's very good. In fact, the t-shirts are so comfortable.
They are so comfortable in this hot weather.
I'm not sure whether the coffee is also Eco TV.
Well, it is in the Eco TV cup.
But it's quite good.
So for me, it's Eco TV, and it tastes quite well.
It's quite good. That's fantastic. Congratulations to the TV station. It's important that we invest in the right direction for the future of the Gambia, and I think they are doing a great job as far as that is concerned. Anyway, we have today about 4 topics to cover. We'll try to cover them within the time limit. Number 1 is the Mr. Minister C.D. Keita's pre-budget media blitz. It seems he's all over the place trying to justify whatever is on for. Yeah.
So
then we have Demba Sabali and lawyer Bodi's 2-day statement. We try to see what's happening and the outcomes and the steps that government is taking as far as both are concerned, in terms of equity and justice, of course. Then we have the NPP government threat to Sefolu, Alkalo, and Imams in most of these Meet the People store. And we'll continue the discussion on nutrition, agriculture, and food security, which is the 3rd point in the 5-point agenda.
Yes.
So we start first with Mr. C.D. Keita's pre-budget blitz.
Yes. Those of you who have listened, thank you, Lamin. Those of you who have listened to Minister Keita's appearance on Coffee Time with Peter Gomez last Tuesday, and on other platforms, he's been going around different platforms. Saying the same things on those platforms. What I find intriguing is his statements on Coffee Time. You see, the minister wants us to believe that this is the best budget the Gambia has had in a long time, by saying that the budget deficit has not been lower than it is in the last 10 years. It's been the lowest in the last 10 years. That's the deficit. And he also indicated that contrary to what the critics are saying, the economy is on track.
Seriously? He said that?
It is performing.
He said that?
He also wants us to believe that we are, especially us, we are exaggerating the national debt. Well, I think Minister C.D. Keita is in a public relations blitz to backpedal, to gaslight, and to obfuscate. These are issues that are in the public domain since 2023. Now, if he says the economy is working, maybe he has access to stuff that we don't have. But what we are seeing is that the economy is not working for the vast majority of Gambians out there. The cost of living is unbearable. Things are increasing. I just went to the market, by the way, yesterday. I visited several markets, and the prices have not actually declined. Prices are increasing, including the price of fish. Gambians are not going to be able to eat fish anymore at the rate that the price increases are being effected. So the cost of living, I think everybody knows that's a non-starter. It's not doing, the economy is not doing well on that one. On paper, they are saying the economy is growing at 5 to 6% per annum. And the World Bank and IMF seems to back that up. What you need to critically look at is whether that 5% growth rate affects your life differently.
Exactly, that's the most important.
That is the most important measure of economic growth. He's also saying that the debt is sustainable and it is manageable.
What?
And I think we should delve into one or two of those issues so that the viewers can understand that these people are just obfuscating with Gambians. They are not telling us what is happening. I will start with the budget.
Okay.
If you say your economy is performing, it's on track. Okay, it's on track. That's what the IMF said. But that presupposes that the economy was not on track. In the IMF's last consultation meeting, in that press conference, they said Gambia is finally on track, which means that you were off track. Now you are on track, but you're not there yet. So let's also put that in its proper context. Secondly, on the structure of the economy, I think myself, Lamin Mane, and you, and all of us kept saying the structure of the country's economy hinges on three things. The first one, taxes. They tax and tax and tax. The second one is loans. They are taking loans and loans and loans. And the third one is grants. So an economy and a budget that is crafted around taxes, loans, and grants cannot plausibly take a country to the stage of development that everybody thinks it should have. Now, I did some searching.
Okay.
And I came up with very interesting statistics.
Wow.
In 2023, the Gambia's debt portfolio was $1.74 billion. $1.74 billion. That comes to about $110.47 billion. $1.74 billion, $110.47 billion in dollars. Okay. That is the loan portfolio in 2023.
Okay.
Now, 35% of that loan is generated domestically, meaning commercial banks. 35%. 65% is external debt. Mark you, mind you, these are some of the highest interest rate loans that anybody can contract. And what is the source of this information? Minister Sidi Keita, we are doing our homework on your budget, on your economy. The source of this information is in a document called Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs Reports on Total Public and Publicly Guaranteed Debt.
His own
ministry's documents. Okay. But you see, you have to search for them in order to get them. And I spent some days looking for this debt portfolio since Tuesday. When I heard him on coffee time, I decided to do some research. So according to his own ministry's report, in 2023, our debt was $110 billion. Now, in 2024, it went up to $129 billion. 129 billion. And it is the same PPG debt in 2024. So PPG debt in 2023, 110.47 billion. Dollars. Total PPG debt in 2024 stands at 129.5 billion. Now, the source of this 2024 $129 billion loan is in the Ministry of Finance's own media macro fiscal review, which is published in August 2024. Media macro fiscal review, published in August 2024. So this is not actually reporting all of the debt, because it stops at 2024 August. It's 1 year late. And this is why I keep saying they are underreporting the debt portfolio.
Senegal.
Yes. This one will make Senegal look like child's play. So this is from their own document. Now, the Ministry of Finance's public debt report, it exists. 2023 is available publicly. I can't find 2024, I can't find 2025. So whatever they are reporting on this 129.5 billion, it is up to August 2024. Now, the full 2024 and the current 2025 debt reports are not available yet.
Right.
They may be there, but they are not on their websites, they are not on
is there any kind of comment from World Bank on these things?
Yes.
Or IMF, sorry.
Yes. Not the IMF per se, but in doing the same research, I decided to vet this against what the international publications are saying. And lo and behold, the World Bank has issued an international debt report for 2025.
Wow, for this country?
For the world.
Well, okay.
Every country, your debt profile is there. So you can run, but you cannot hide.
That's what I was going to say. Why do you have to do that?
They need to come out and tell us, Gambians, man, woman, and child, will be encumbered with this debt portfolio. We are all going to pay.
Disappointing.
So they shouldn't just backpedal and gaslight and then obfuscate to us in terms of hiding what the facts are. Now, the minister's main trust is to say the economy is working, it's on track, it is growing, we are managing our debt sustainably, because the World Bank says we are managing our debt sustainably. I disagree with the World Bank saying our debt level is sustainable. It is not sustainable. Gambia is actually in that World Bank report, the international debt report. Gambia is described as a debt-distressed country.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Already?
Debt-distressed
So
country.
how is that sustainable? That's what it means.
Yes,
it's not sustainable.
that is not sustainable. But you know, this government, they bank on misinforming people. They don't tell us what is going on. And they think we are lazy enough to just sit and take whatever comes their way. So I want the minister to know we are onto him. And we, at the right time, when he presents his budget, we are going to respond point by point. Now, Gambians should know a few things. This government has increased the salaries of the executive branch. Salaries have been increased for the executive branch. Salaries have been increased for the legislative branch. National Assembly. Salaries have been increased for the judiciary.
All the arms of government.
All the arms of government have salary increases, including the civil service. But the cost of, the price of groundnuts, which the farmers live on, has been stagnant for the last 3 years. They have not increased.
At how much?
At 38,000
per ton.
Per ton. When actually they could fetch $60,000 per ton as the median price for groundnuts on the world market. So this is a government that doesn't give a hoot about the farmer out there. And they go to the farmers and tell them, don't listen to the opposition, they are promising you. We have not promised farmers anything but the truth.
We really bear the facts of what the situation is at the moment.
Exactly.
You know, so.
Now, what I also find interesting is for the minister, just before he gives his budget speech, sees a need to go to certain public
platforms. A lot of them,
to peddle an idea. And it's unprecedented. Yeah. All over the world, you wait until you submit your budget to the National Assembly, you call a press conference, and then you go to the platforms. But he's playing with our minds already.
He's preparing the minds of the
mindset to say, okay, the country is doing well. The fortunate thing about that is that the country is not doing well, and those individuals who are on the streets, hawking goods, the fishermen, the women, the youths, they know the country is not moving. They know the economy is not moving. I'll stop there.
That's very interesting what you say, because if you say the economy is on track, there are certain indicators you have to look at. Our balance of payments, we export more than we import more than we export. And I think we'll cover that on the agriculture, because most of our foodstuff, 80% comes in here, over $80 million. More than that, that way. So how can you say that it's certainly not? I think they have to be honest enough to themselves and try to do something about the economy rather than just spending, because the budget is part of the tools that you can use to regulate the economy. As far as governance is concerned, perhaps we can leave it at that.
No, let's talk about something you just said, which is that the issue we've already hammered on this everywhere, that this government does not tell us our balance of payments and our terms of trade. They don't, because they are in the negative, and you cannot give negative TV, negative data, and expect people like us to just lie down and not.
Imports are about 60% of GDP. Exports just 6%.
6%.
So how can you say the economy is doing well? That's what because these are simple logic. You don't have to be an economist. What you spend is more than what you get.
Yes.
So obviously,
and you are borrowing.
So that means there is a bigger gap all the time.
You are borrowing for what you spend,
and you are not investing anything productive other than the infrastructure, which has a long-term kind of. It's just incredible.
Another thing that I picked up in the budget is that some ministries in their personnel emoluments column have seen 100% increase in emoluments. I don't want to.
Don't preempt. We leave till the budget comes
100%.
We see what happens.
Emoluments. The other third curious thing for me is the revenue projections. The revenue projections are overly optimistic.
Anyway, let's leave it at that. When the budget comes out, we can discuss.
If the economy is on track, these things would not happen. If the economy is on track, the revenue projections wouldn't be as unrealistic as
Mr.
Keita.
Mr. Keita
is quite a legacy. He needs to know we are watching and we are listening, and we have the capacity to investigate what he tells us. So let's move to the next.
The next one is about Demba Sabali and Boriture's statements.
Yes.
It's a question, for me, it's a question of justice and equity.
Yeah.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Now, we had previous threatening statements, threatening violence
on
people and the country as a whole, and nothing has come out
from Demba Sabali.
Then you are getting somebody for inciting violence, which is more. So I find that so that's something I don't know. I wish Mane were here because he's a direct witness to what is happening right now as far as the justice system is concerned in this case.
Yeah, I think we'll have an opportunity to delve into it more seriously. But for now, we can simply say that when you compare what lawyer Boriture has said with what my foot, with what Demba Sabali, Mr. Demba Sabali has said. That is
the Minister of Agriculture,
Agriculture has said in Sandu that they are ready to spill blood for Barrow to remain in power. That's not just inciting.
It's threatening.
It is threatening violence. And he hasn't been called for questioning.
Not even caution, nothing.
Yes. He hasn't been called for questioning. He will not be called for questioning. There are other surrogates who have incited violence. Somebody who has insulted all of Kiang is still working because he apologized. So my point is...
At least that guy apologized, but we haven't heard anything
But he
from
didn't
him.
apologize to Kiang. He apologized to the IGP. The IGP was the one who came out and said he apologized. So that apology is a bogus apology. What I want to say is that we've been saying this for the last 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, that there is a two-tier justice system in this country. Under the Constitution, we are all equal under the law. But when you go before the law, we are not equal. The way this lawyer, the justice system, the police, the way they treat opposition personalities versus NPP supporters is appalling. There are two types of justices that are meted out. Now, if you talk about inciting, didn't the president say in a meeting in Soma that NPP supporters can do what they want to do?
They're in government.
Because they are in
power.
government. What is more inciting than that? What is more hateful speech than that? The president hasn't been called for questioning. Nobody even criticized him within his own party. And for those of us who are watching this space, you look at the president make a statement like that, and you are flabbergasted that a head of state can actually stand up and say, my supporters, go and do what you want to do, because
Nothing will come out of it.
nothing will come out of it. We are with
In
you.
power.
And then in Sarangai, in this Midi People's Store, Ahmad Ba says, to keep Barrow in power, lunekala new jaral. To keep Barrow in power means we'll do whatever it takes. So, whatever it takes, that is just telling ordinary Gambians that we want this corrupt, systemic, we want this entrenched, corrupt, systemic corruption to continue. Because they know what they are doing. This is why they are fighting tooth and nail to get it done. Finally, there are people in this government who were in Yahya Jammeh's government who are driving what is happening to Boriture and the rest of the opposition. These are people who are used to calling the police to say, arrest so and so. That individual is arrested. That appears to be the case with lawyer Boriture. There are people within the government, very close to the corridors of power, who insisted that he must be arrested. But hey, we say never again. And we are going back to the script of before again.
You see, the problem with governance, there are two institutions that are very, very important in how governance is being, that is the IEC and justice.
And justice.
When these things are weak and are being weaponized, it's quite a problem. It creates a lot of problem in
But they have been weaponized here.
I know.
They have been weaponized here. I don't want to even believe that somebody like Sidinjai can have a say into what the governance of this country should look like. Somebody who, for all intents and purposes, has committed treason, a treasonous act.
The interesting thing is still on record.
Oh, yes.
Fine.
He hasn't apologized. He's enjoying what we
It's still on record. We've had Hussein Habres and all these guys, and you can, someday.
Hey, this
Look
guy,
at the recent one is Sana Manja.
This guy stood in front of the international media and said Barrow will not be sworn into this government.
And
the next minute, he was flying out to Equatorial Guinea with former President Yahya Jammeh. He came back, and now he's running this country. The guy is running this country. Whether they like it or not, that is the perception out there. He is the one who is running this country. And isn't it an abomination that somebody of that profile will be the one to point, will say, go and arrest Larry Sise, and Larry Sise is arrested? Where is the justice in that? What is our police thinking?
Well, it's always the head of institutions that really are responsible for such things. But as I said, it's very important in society to have equity, where justice is delivered equally to everybody. But if you start being selective,
Lamin, my respect level for the police would have been exponentially increased had they called Demba Sabali for questioning. Had they told Sidinjai, no, the law does not allow for us to just go and question somebody for statements that he has made. If they had done that, I respect them. And there are some very good police officers that I personally know, even in the senior ranks. But this is not the Gambia police that I want. And I think this is not the Gambia police that average Gambians look forward to. It is the justice system depends on who you know, who you are affiliated with politically. And when that happens in a country, systems just break and don't function at all. This is what
it's a security risk.
It is a major security risk.
It's a major security
so for
risk.
me, Gambia police, when you the day you question Demba Sabali for saying, whose blood are you going to spill?
Exactly.
I will respect you more than I respect you now.
I had this statement recently on YouTube, but it's frightening.
No.
The way he was talking about it.
These guys...
Confidently.
Even
his own brother will sever ties. I said, what?
So these guys, as Ahmad Ba says, Lune Kalalen Jaral. But Gambians should know the reason why Lune Kalalen Jaral is because they are up to no good in the way the country is managed. If the country is managed properly, you don't need to say Lune Kalalen Jaral. Well,
you have the Minister of Finance justifying the management of the track is straight. I suppose that's part of the scheme too, at the institutional level, where he said that things are going going on fine, so you shouldn't bother about. So they are managing the political aspect of it. But anyway, let's see the outcome of what is going to happen. Hopefully, Mr. Mane would have been here by the time we complete the program to give us more light on this Bori Ture case. But it would have been interesting to see what the police would react as far as Demba Sabali is concerned and other statements.
They will not react.
Well, at least we say it on record.
Yeah.
That's what we expect. Whether they do it or not, that's something else.
They will not react.
It's not a question of whether our saying is whether we say it, they will do it or not. But at least it's on record that it's noted that they are doing nothing. They are not doing anything about it, and as far as equity is concerned, it's imbalanced.
Yeah.
Okay, we go to the third issue where we have a lot of threats against alcalos, Sefolu, imams. The latter part, the imams themselves. Please leave out the imams. You know, which it seems all throughout there is this major threat on all these people, you know. If you are not with us, we fire you. That kind of stuff, you know. And some of these things are traditional positions. I mean, if you don't respect your culture, because, come on, in other countries, we have all these kind of like kings and structures and things like that, which are culturally respected and things like that. Yeah, they're always part of government. They go with government quietly. But to the level that you can even destroy them, where are we heading to?
The social media feeds that I've been seeing since the president's meeting in Bondali suggest that they have actually taken the stamps of some alcalol in Foji.
Oh, really?
For not attending the president's meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Whether that is true or not is something else. But it fits the pattern that the president himself stood in Sukuta and said he expects the ministers, Sefolu, Alkalolu, to support him, his party, and campaign for his party. It's what we have said on the.
But that, for me, that shows on the other side of it, because it shows a lack of confidence. Because if you think you're doing a good job, why do you have to threaten people to really come out and support you and mobilize all the institutions of government to go, even at the traditional level? If you are doing a good job and the economy is working well and everything, people are satisfied. Why should they bother about that?
They shouldn't bother ordinarily, but this is an extraordinary situation.
That's why I think the last time it was said here that they are threatening people, but they themselves, they are the ones worried.
Yeah.
I think the fear is in them that,
that they
are
will
on
lose.
the losing side.
They will lose.
I think, well,
now, me, what I wanted to say about this Sefolu, Alkalo, and all of that, the public perception of these institutions is that they've been compromised by politics. During my grandfather's time, my father's time, Sefolu were highly respected in this country. They are highly respected because they do not delve into politics. They only deal with the truth in the most honest, brutal form of the truth. But the positions have been politicized now.
Yeah.
You can go to Kudang. We give you a piece of land there to settle on, called Komakunda, and tomorrow you could be chief of Nyamina East. That is what we've been experiencing since Jammeh's time.
Yeah.
In fact, it started during Jawara's time.
Yeah.
It started during Jawara's time, where anybody can be chief, because Jawara himself said it.
That's not right.
Anybody, anybody can be somebody in this country.
Yeah, that's fine.
Which in principle is fine. But when it comes to traditional matters, this is the only country that I have lived in, I have visited, I have worked in, that disrespects these traditional institutions.
I'm telling you, even in Europe,
the way they are
Sweden,
being disrespected.
they have kings. Angleterre, I don't
UK.
They have kings everywhere in Europe.
Netherlands.
You go to Ghana, the Asantehene, all of them, everywhere. But here,
Botswana, the paramount, he talks, it's like God has spoken.
You know, because
that's how important they are.
The mere fact that they are into politics, because you drag them into politics.
Yes.
If not, they wouldn't.
And you drag them into politics to do your bidding.
Exactly.
Not to do the right thing. And that is, for me, that is the sad
it's
part
very
of
unfortunate.
This issue. But the reason why they are threatening them is that this attestation, these are the 3 institutions that manage the attestation process locally. So if you threaten the Sefo, you threaten the Alkalo, normally the Imam is a witness. It's among the witnesses, an elderly person.
Because they do the christening and all that stuff,
to say who was born here, who was not born here, who came and who was original here. So he's basically, they are being threatened to say, when people come for attestations, give it to them. Otherwise, we are coming after you. And the same Demba Sabali said the same thing in that meeting in Sandu. He appealed to people across the border to say, come into the Gambia and vote.
No, seriously.
If you are a Gambian, we'll give you.
These guys are really worried. They are really worried.
Yeah. The pattern is the same. When you threaten physically people by arresting them for what they say, and then you threaten the local government entity heads, Sefolu, Alkalolu, and Imams, you are instilling fear in them. Politics cannot be conducted in an atmosphere of fear and intimidation.
It's not sustainable.
So they are instilling fear, they are instilling intimidation, and they are basically saying, we'll do whatever it takes for you to do what we want, or else.
It will be interesting to discuss this in the local language, because it affects the grassroots, you know. Meet the people store what wala diamo siata kwa for sefo ni alkalo ni almamo leko nalmang government support man kaito di mo whatever bal baila something like that ngami ye threaten the kende kede pour kanyeng wo mune itandi manza kundala mira loto kato doli kamo sumanno ala diamoto ala namanya
wo me itandi wala munyinti ko nyul besilarin ne ko be boyla. That's the simple. That's the simple explanation.
Near confidence soto.
Yalo near confidence soto. Ita fala mo ni manyinke.
Wallahi.
Dia kuya ni manyinke.
Wale famo be bulalete no.
Exactly. Near confidence soto. Ite okela. Bari ka sefolu ni alkalol ni almamolu ke PP. Pour ye mansakunda support. Andi ke
PP.
Yes, ke PP munela. Nyulle ka attestation odi.
Kaito pour ye voters card so
ñu leka o kaito di sefo ni alkalo bari almamo fanan anyanta tarlaw groupe ndingu kono le men ka yalong sef banko se anyanta groupe ndingu soto la sate o sate pour ka nil la reka be register la mamun fane kay no imam bu mamun fane bota kudan
ni almamo le ka kulliyo fanan
exactly
jama
so ibe nyulu silandi kan ka foko nalman support nalman ma ko nyinna mbal bondilal la palaso to bari mbe Gambia no nim palaso lon Gambia no palace ko jarata ko be wala tinne ibe mol maman
but the point is sign dunia falental in the sense ko nun tole ka sika como fo molia but you don't control people maybe almamo kunkilina and possible a family science at all warta hotel ka fo be
ko ka nyul men fenkete
pour ye support or a campaign okay and things like that
nyul la swol fan kon
it's a problem
imam majority sotoje
you see so anyway ndengam perception men sotoje wala nyindi ko nate tebe lari fanna ibita monela pour ka
ite mol silandi
ka fo by force
alin support
because ni ku ke me alonko economy be tama kan ko minister of finance ate ole fa ko economy be tama everything is fine rosy no problems what ibe mona wori la ko teke pour ka
ite wori la ni alonko be gagner la
wolem ndengama wole ay wole tan nintelat but I may be wrong but
ite suto
ngamen suteje wolem silole be caring wala nanyin
ko nata ko jikita ko ila ta nyinna ko be gagner la ite mo silandir bari ni lata nyinna fanan ko ite gagner no la silandiro wala tuteye ibe wala keka ni man silandiro ke e sandiro ke wala tinna $84 million di alkalol nin sefo la kola alawa
yalon ka wala ke sanji tanko mobile bo ken
yalon ka wala fo
nka
wala nyin nenanga fo coffee time ko is a transactional government amarse malam ni tata lafta nyinna jollem ya dil adila yala fengota ila politiko fanam be wala nya ni en support be nyine kele
because $84 million indamana Hollande all along for nyina nebo kale nyimbe kaita ni mang lai fanada
muna mira $84 million be scholarship o jolle di la Gambia di ne la university
I can't remember but he said it was a lot of money
it's a lot of scholarships purka di ne ma koy the other thing I wanted to say is ka foko ay nying 84 million tansay ning nano men fenke allocate se folie ani alkalol ani alma koila alawan solam woti it falls meta nyim folale ko ala plano mum ku sabalete ka election o sunya nama sunya no aya sang nama san no ay lo na boyta ay bambola je comme Guinea Bissau ketanya so nying 84 million o dabe election sanku wala
ay be pare jola ko nyaadi
alaji bedro
dega de ni defana mu dem mallam fan la karab la
dum media mutasabi ko lafta sefol ne alkalol ni minister li be taye campaign Kenya nga gagné tilnani leta ye 84 million bondi ko be million tan sayning nani sefol ne alkalo ila alawanso ninte mu sefol ne alkalo timba kala tenne because fembina
definitely liñ don war ni si sosé moy si meet the people store nii léegi ñu ngi gis ne ñu ngi wax alkaali yi CFO yi ak imam yi ne suñ supportu government bi pour ñu campagnal leen ak yooyu leen nañ leen daax or something like that loolu foog naa ma li mu wone si man daal mooy ne ku gis muy def yooyu leen woon xanaa dafa mel ni amut confiance si boppam ne dina gagné.
amuloo yaakaar ne
dina gagné so because of loolu nga bugg a use doole. pour make sure ne daal ni ñu woteel la man noonu laa ko gisee daal la man ak yow nan nga ko gisee.
non noonu laa ko gisee man itam gis nga soo toogee xam nga àddina si yëpp dëkk bu nekk dafa am ay tradition ak culture yi nga xam ne ñoom la society bi di kii di feeto man li ma gis Gambia li ñoo def chef yi alkaali yi ak ilimaan yi gisuma ko fenn ci àddina si àddina si dañ respect ñii
waaw bu baax sax
because dañ
mooy suñ aada
yes mooy suñ aada mooy suñ lépp ci suñ dunda bi gannaaw l'islam lii la gisuma ko fenn foo xam ne président bi dina taxaw ci meeting open meeting mu ne bugga naa ministre yi support ma bugga naa chef yi support ma bugga naa alkaali yi support ma bugga naa ilimaan yi support ma boo leen ma supportu dinaa xam ne
ñu campagnal ko daal
ñu campagnal ko soo leen ma campagne dinaa xam ne yéen supportu leen ma
mu jógee foofu jox leen
mu jógee foofu jox leen 84 million dollars mu ne seen allowance juróom-ñetti million ak ñeneent la leen jox pour seen allowance so foog nga ne su fekkee ne óolu na boppam
waaw loolu laa bëgg a wax sax de
su fekkee ne óolu na boppam
jarul li yëpp de
du insiste ne chef yi ñu campagnal ko du bañ mu ne alkaali yi ñu campagnal ko ilimaan yi su fekkee ne gom na boppam ne dina win
waaw dafay jaru ko
te dina win ci yoon
te boo xam ne yow dem nga liggéey boo xam ne liggéey bi dafa rafet boobu jarut lii waaw soo xanaa yow li nga liggéey li nga wax ne dama liggéey anamu ne ni ana satisfy yuñ ci
xam nga li bon si liggéey yaa ngi wax rek maa def li fekka li nga wax noonu doo gis kenn ci suuf ñi nga xam ne ñu ngi profité ci loolu amuñ benn bénéfice.
waaw loolu la de because yoon yi moom mi bi amuloo paas sax pour fay moto.
moom mu ngee joxe 84 million seefu alkaali ilimaan waaye njëgi gerteem bi.
waaw
ñetti at njëgi gerte yokku.
prix bi yëpp same.
prix bi yokkuwut 80 years.
3 years
I mean 3 years. 38,000 la pour tonne bi. waaye soo gisee.
waaw yaa ngi doon wax ñoom seen salaire nag.
non maa ngi ñëw soo gisee marché gerte ci àddina si. minimum li ñu war a fay pharmacie pour tonne of groundnut dafa war a nekk $60,000.
juróom-benni.
juróom-benni
junni ok whatever.
dalasi pour tonne. loolu mooy medium mooy half ci soo xoolee price bi ci suuf ak price bi ci kaw ci bi ci digga bi mooy $60,000 minimum loolu la leen war a jox ok yokkuñ njëgi gerte for 3 years waaye ñoom at bu nekk ñu yokka seen salary this year yokka nañ salary executive branch ñoo président bi ministre ya ñi ko topp député yi yokka nañ salary député yi yokka nañ salary judiciaire bi ñu nekk ci bunti loi yokka nañ salary civil servants non dañ ko yokka rek because dina neex nga ne yokka na waaye niñ ko yokkee ak soo ko compare ak niñ yokka seen boppa doo leen mun a understand so li ma wax mooy bu fekkee ne ñii am nañ interest yi béykat yi prix gerte waruta nekk benn prix ñetti at
mu ngi ci benn
taxawaay ñetti at fekk ñoom
doy na waar
ku nekk ñu ngi yokka seen salaire ak seen allowances am na ñoo xam ne seen salaire yi dafa double why 75% of Gambians ci tool yi lañ dee liggéey.
Wow, that's true. That's true.
75%. bu fekkee ne parewuloo yokka seen dunda bi. li ñoo def nii lañ nekk di def. lii du politique. nit ñi war nañoo understand ne war nañoo xam ne government bu serious bu am seen intérêt. du def li ñii di def. dinaa am foofu.
Okay, Jerejef, Mr. Cisse, I think we can move on to the UDP third point on the 5-point agenda, which is about
agriculture.
Agriculture. Actually, as you said before, nutrition, agriculture, and food security. It's a very, very important aspect as far as national development is concerned, and I can see that UDP has rightly picked it up to give it some kind of priority amongst the five most important amongst the whole
priorities
of the manifesto. So I would like us to discuss that and also discuss it in the local languages.
Yes,
as
let's just give an outline of the agriculture component of
because
the 5-point.
Because I learned we are very instrumental in the preparation of that manifesto.
Yes, it was two years of pure hell because deadlines are not being met and stuff, and when that does not happen, you end up doing the thing for yourself. But it took us 2 years to do that manifesto.
Yeah, quite a lot of consultation.
And it's 2 years of sleepless nights.
Yeah.
And nobody should denigrate.
It's quite good because the threshold is so high now. I'm yet to see anybody else coming out with something so substantive.
Well, they cannot, but they will try to shoot it down. So
well, let's see. New parties coming up. You never know. We'll see.
Yeah.
And,
anyway, there are 5 components in the 5-point agenda for agriculture. The agriculture component.
Alone, that's 5.
5. Now, some of it is touched on what we've just said about the price of groundnuts.
Okay.
And some of it, we haven't talked about them yet. The ones we haven't talked about yet is that we want to, point number 1 under this agriculture 5-point agenda. Point number 1 is to do a comprehensive agriculture sector review. You do the comprehensive review and you propose that review. The outcome of that review will recommend reforms that you can embark on. And those reforms and the recommendations in terms of their implementation are given timelines. That's how other countries have done it. Yeah.
That's in this.
Because you will say for this aspect of the 5-point agenda number 3, agriculture, within the next 100 days. First 100 days we'll do A, B, C, D, E.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Second 100 days we'll do A, B, C, D, E.
Is there any manifesto like this?
No. No, not that I know of.
And yet,
third 100 days we are going to do A, B, C, D, E. The 65 days remaining is to review what you have done and see which you have.
Like a midterm review.
Yes, the things that you have achieved and the things that you have not achieved.
That could be improved upon.
Yes, and then you design a plan to address those things that have not been addressed and you roll them over. Now that review should include things like the inputs, fertilizers, appropriate seedlings that are drought resistant, equipment, mechanization. All of that is included in this 1 point. Now, the second point is the sustainable agriculture practices. Now, I have worked in the sales office in the OP with Dr. Walindau, and we were dealing exclusively with the Sahel droughts of the 70s.
Yeah, you know those days you had this drought and seals came up.
Exactly.
To address.
And we were dealing with it. Now, what we were talking then in the late 70s, early 80s, is what is happening in climate change today. We are saying the carbon emissions globally are such that small countries like Gambia, who are not carbon emitters, are suffering weather-wise because of the erratic nature of weather. And we are seeing erratic nature. It gets very hot, it gets very cold. Sometimes it rains heavily, when it's not supposed to rain, and when it rains, it raises havoc in terms of destruction. So we are saying our agriculture system should be adapted to weather conditions in order to make it sustainable. Food self-sufficiency. Now, food self-sufficiency is been peddled by the FAO and IFAD over 60 years now. But very few countries in our sub-region, especially West Africa, very few countries can claim to be food self-sufficient. I think the Senegalese government under PASTEF are calling it food sovereignty.
Yeah, food sovereignty.
But for us, it's more than sovereignty. It also includes nutrition. The kind of food you eat, the quality of that food, and what goes into that food. This is why we are saying nutrition agriculture. You know, just don't produce food to eat, but the quality of that food has to be at a certain standard. The Europeans have this system, and there's just no way you can sell certain agricultural products in Europe if you don't meet their quality standards. And this is what we are aiming at. The fourth aspect of this agriculture sector is to invest in high-yielding subsectors. You invest in agriculture to make it produce what you want it to produce, but in the process, you invest in areas, subsectors like rice, horticulture, livestock, fisheries, forestry, and poultry.
Yeah.
Those are the subsectors that drive this economy, isn't it? You have rice and groundnuts production, you have horticulture, you have livestock, you have fisheries, forestry, and poultry. Ordinarily, we should be self-sufficient in all of these things at the household level. You don't need to import eggs. You don't need to import vegetables. And for you to do that, you have to invest in the infrastructure of these subsectors. For example, in terms of horticulture and rice, even fisheries, you need to set up workable marketing systems, and you need to have good storage facilities so that you do not incur post-harvest losses. And I think this is something that those who plan for agriculture don't tend to factor. That is why during the mango season, if you look at the amount of mangoes this country produces and how much of that gets spoiled, when you have simple technology to either can the mango, dry freeze it. South Africa, you can walk into a supermarket and buy dry mangoes, and they will not be spoiled for a certain period of time. Here, we lose it. If you don't eat it, it is spoiled. And our horticulture is the same. Sometimes when I go to the market in Kudang or Brikama, and I see at the end of the day, if you make a habit of going to these markets at the end of the day when the market is closing, you see how much food is wasted. They just throw it out because they couldn't sell it. And they couldn't take it home because there is no storage facility, cold storage facility for it. These are simple investments that we can do to empower certain sectors of our society, especially women and youth, so that they can become economically viable, economically independent. The final plank ties in with the first plank of the 5-point agenda, which is youth employment, youth empowerment. The agricultural sector, for this aspect of it, the intention was to identify young farmers, empower them with training, knowledge, skills, and money to go out there and become millionaire farmers. You know, in every country, we said it the last time, in every country, the backbone of the economy is agriculture.
Of course.
When you create millionaires in agriculture, you create millionaires in the other sectors of the economy because the value chain goes around quite a bit. So these are some of the things that we have under the agriculture sector. Unfortunately, though, when you look at the budget, the allocation to agriculture is peanuts compared to the allocation to the President's office, to the Ministry of Finance, to Foreign Affairs, and to a certain extent the Defense Department, Ministry of Defense.
It's really unfortunate because I have quite a few statistics here indicating how important agriculture is and the reason why.
To the country.
For example, so that's why I don't see the rationality why really they neglect agriculture to this point. And I do know that in the manifesto you are promising something like 10%.
Yeah, 10% of the national budget
to be spent. And I think there's a reason for that because it's generally believed, and there was a research by World Bank to say that an investment in the agricultural sector improves the economy by 3 to 4 times more than the
if
other
you don't
sectors.
invest in it. Yeah.
And also a 10% increase in the income of the average national income reduces poverty by 30 to 40%.
Yeah.
So so I don't see that.
It's a no-brainer. Agriculture should be
exactly. So and then you have 79% of employed in agriculture. It contributes about 23% to GDP, 40% of forex that comes from agriculture. But and 80% of our food is imported.
Yes.
So why? That means most of our forex is going imbalance in our payments. You know. So when you say the economy is working, I start wondering.
These are the things you should look at.
Talking about food security, food sovereignty over there, it's mentioned some years ago that 38% of the household income here spends 38%.
Spent on food.
75% of the monthly income
is spent on food.
On food.
Yes.
You know?
And that is still the case.
And 1 in 4 have food challenges in getting food.
In their households.
Yes, and then you
see the 10% you are talking about.
Yeah.
That is the minimum that governments have
committed
that's right.
Yeah,
to
Maputo agreement
the
or something.
Maputo agreement. But that Maputo agreement is an outgrowth of the Africa's Agenda 2036. In the 2063 Africa Agenda 2063 is a blueprint for moving Africa's different sectors to a certain level by 2063. Under that framework, which Gambia is signatory to, countries committed to spending 30% of their GDP to the agriculture sector every year. And the idea is if you do that in 5 years, if you do that in 5 years, the sector should work. Okay, I see. That's interesting. 30% every year, 5 years. That's 150% of your GDP. If you put that in any sector, that sector should take off. No, even I said, look, agriculture, it increases, it reduces it has an impact on the economy 3 to 4 times more than other, and you are neglecting it. Yes. And you talk about infrastructure, it's not the same impact at all. That's why you still have the poverty levels at more than 50%. Yep. You know, people are struggling to feed themselves. And they say there is no hunger, these are statistics given. You know, 1 in 4 have challenges in getting food. Yeah. You know, and it's even more serious now. Yeah, so these are figures produced. People eating 3 square meals a day in this country today is a huge challenge for most households. Anyway, mbela filanga nying the agriculture kuole kachaka mbela filanga fo manikaoning surwa kamala because kaitandi puru UDP ya agriculture kumayandi nyame muna na ya kumayandi pour mola baluani banko la tanya to la lafta ngawle kacha demanding
because ngaje ko altoli okay alla programme jamal soto ay lulu ta me alon ko ya fil ka kuma bata pour na sita do immediately wala bekela and wokono agriculture so lafta ngole demand
coming afanyame agriculture, youth, health, education, ICT 5-point agenda nying na senela bunda toje na senela bunda toje na memuta wala munyinti ko ka agriculture sector nying ka jibe yalon nying 5-point agenda lulol na memuta kama wala munyinti ko ninga mansa kundata na tili keme folo mbe menukela agriculture o tili keme folo wolem ka agriculture be jibe ka jibe dula jumala be tamaka mem mantara tamaka dulal membe tamakan ngawol sembentu yande lal mem manyantara tamankan ngawol fana mamande o kenna nyantoti. Secondly, molu menu ka kunko doku ka faro doku ka sarol doku alfamal ya lon ne ko weda nyim falintal dota si kandi dota si sumaya samasina amanyana na la wato menna onana ta fana nim fonyo sifa men kana ka tinyar sifa men nko nyanta na agriculture sembentu yande lale pour ni wo sifa keta senelal do walu salon ibe kanala o ma nyamen so first 100 days mbe nyinni nekala second 100 days mbe nyinni nekala 100 days sabanja mbe nyinni nekala wo tilta woroni lulo men tutaje mbe silale nga sectol jibe nga menu sotono ngawol jankendi karla mam menu sotono ngawol fanan jankendi karla mam menu sotono nga nasi ko dalila jumala tinna nyimmanso ngana wol address wonya yo lafta fanan agriculture la plank sabanjam wala mu molla sinkir dal konko kana dun sinkir dato bibi mo menka domor wati saba domo banko ka mansia yalo nunto ntolbe wulla wato men e kad kontone da sama e sima e sita fanando
sita yes
sai wol do buka soto ne kilin soto do hisi ala ten
ajelo do ture kundankol bi
ila hajolem sita do moti ture kundankol nim bay kundankol nin dabo kundankol yaji so kumata sinkirda konko manyanna dunnaje ntol lafta menna moliye senoke ike fam balundino ye kodo soto yela hajol jara to e tuje yela dindengul karande to e tuje ni kuranta yeta lopta ni faye boro say fay mbe wole fenke kanjam okay plank nani njam fanna nani njam wala nyinti mbe kodo dundila dulal mento wala mu komin tioni mano aning vegetables fonko yin femme sangolu kanjo jato patato nyolu be kodo dundi la woto fanantole because nga lonko banko la dol bije komin North Bank kombo aning nyamina fanan kata fo brikama ba fladu nyulka salatol dokule kamentengol dokule ka kanjol doku baraka tinyale so mbe kodo dundi la woto kaje ko wala fengol kana tinya wo kake no nyaadile foy marseol yele ni marseol yele fanan o marseol la yelo silobe bete alale motol ye soto men yalon ko kulallam ibita damen fana isa mabono damen fo kar killing ate tinyal okay ka fo me cooling system ngawol be sotole ko botaje fanan nyin da fengol livestock nin solu balu sajiol ko do be dunna woto fanan ne kaje ko kana depend na nyim dala bankol kan pour na leangol ni na subuku kotam okay aning forestry fanan wulol kono yalong membe kering forestry bi abe koleyarim bakel moliyan kumande ka foko ibuka kembo soto kotek yo kembo ngamira kembo ban la bari kembo ban imam fenkije me alon ko nin kembo tije be wala kala je molbe batakan woto fanane so fonga woto fanan jibe ani nyewlu nyemuto na kunun ntata tanje nyew dabu kama lami mol kanale ka murumuru ka nyew jibe ni mujolle tini ada foeta ni mujolle tini ada foeta fa pareta nyewlu mem fanan kamuta ibe doya kanne bu kam mem bake jalol men ka use pour que muta i manque jala betot nsi danno to ka foko laban plank laban wala funding ke wol ni musol ke sementu ya ka jorangal dile be do ko kala menna ka marché wol yele anin ka kodo dila i nyanta ifang ma ko la no nyame pour nsi millionnaire create funding ke wol ni musol kon.
Okay, thank you very much. Baraka kenne ke jerejef ma wax tuuti si wolof affaire agriculture boo xam ne mooy programme UDP parce que agriculture dafa important trop si ni moo liggéey réew boobu ñun waxuñ ko in fact ñoom World Bank yooyu yëpp ñoo ko wax ñu ne soo dugalee fukki dërëm si agriculture mun na laa jural loo xam ne pour wàññi poverty
pour wàññi li fi
ñaaka bi by almost 20 to 30%. So loolu tax gis naa ne UDP ñoom dañ ko def special programme si seen agenda bi pour ñu ñoo mun a soxle agriculture si réew mi te dafa important trop loolu tax ñuy wonder lu tax government bi fi nekk dugalut xaalis si agriculture because dëkk yi nga dégg yi Europe yooyu agriculture la njëkka lifin bañ egg si fi nekk
moo leen
ekkati bañ egg si fii waaye ñun daal agriculture daa xaw ma lu tax ñu néewal doole agriculture si dëkk bi loo xam ne fii about 79% of nit ñi foofu la ñoo liggéey ba pare foofu la ñaaka bi gën a bari so lu tax doo fa mun a dugal xaalis pour mu mun a lifin anyway naata kum fa dulale at the moment
man julo bankola juluko
man woto phone because next time naman sinaw kaja but lamin mani on call nang ako just recently ngame body charge for charge for inciting violence
kay ko momen fa be mol suku
kan yo bari nata lonko minister dol diamonta wol mang suku do e mol traiten nya jawla bari ku mamboje anu bankola tamanya ku fulale ka amuta mayat nandi fitno bukake kate fayo tilim anim kiti ku nyali tilim ni wote banku men kan drong aka fitno le walen so wala na ay wol kibaro kinya nan pun sa fo mole ko e bore jabutu mal ha wa fum nekk ni Lamin Mane xam nga def fi dee nekk moo ñu yónnee li fi ne Bori Touré lawyer Bori Touré finally foog naa dañ ko charge time bi ma ko doon wax ndax bàyyi nañ or not dañ ko charge pour ne dafa bëgg a génne fitna waaye ñu ngi gis ne am na ministre yoo xam ne ñoo génne li fi nuñ fitna de ñoom dañ doon traité nit ñi pour yëfi fitna
ne dinañ tour deret
pour so te si dëkk su fekkee ne lifin justice system bi ak yëfi election su demoot ak yoon rek daf dee isi fitna si dëkk so loolu suñ programme fu mu nekk nii foog naa time bi jot na at least we are at the end of the program right now and I would like to thank our viewers once more for being patient with us to listen to some of the things we have to highlight. Again, we couldn't go in depth with most of the issues, but we can always come back to them, as I always say. And I want to thank you very much, Mr. Cisse, for the explanations and the facts given. And I hope the government is listening, especially Mr. Keda himself. After quoting from some of the official sources, it's incredible.
Official documents.
Exactly, official documents from their own ministry. It's interesting how he's moving from one end to the other, trying to prepare the minds for whatever budget he's preparing to submit to Parliament. So once more, I thank everybody for the patience of listening. So thank you very much.
And thank you to the Eco TV team. They continue to do a sterling job of
with a brand new
very comfortable brand new T-shirts. It's cotton.
Very good.
You can't
quality
feel the
is
heat.
fantastic, and the coffee too. I think it's from Turekuna.
But me, I'm fasting. This coffee I have not touched.
Okay, thank you very much.
Turekuna Nkola Al-Fatam.
Okay, thank you very much indeed.
Great.